The Riverside County Fire Department is currently recruiting volunteer reserve firefighters, photographers, chaplains, and mobile emergency operations center techs. And you can join the department. We're joined right now by Jeff LaRusso. He's Volunteer Services Program Coordinator. You have been a volunteer firefighter since 1989?
Yeah, I began in 1989 and became a career employee of the Riverside County Fire Department about 6 years ago.
And so tell me a little bit about the changes that the volunteer firefighter program has gone through in Riverside County over the last couple of years. You said it's actually made things easier.
It's actually made things a lot easier and a lot better. Back in, when I say the old days, maybe even as early as a couple of years ago, they were all independent volunteer fire companies. And the Board of Supervisors now kind of oversees this program through our fire chief. And we run this as a true county-sponsored program, so it works out a lot better for us.
You have about 60 volunteer reserve firefighters in the Coachella Valley right now. They serve all different areas?
Yes, we have them basically from the east end of the Coachella Valley all the way through Blythe, actually. But here in the Coachella Valley, we have about 60 folks.
And how many more reserve firefighters are you looking for?
We need a minimum of probably 10, but we will take as many as 40. What we're going to plan on doing is doing an open recruitment, which we're doing right now. Through that recruitment, our plan is to put them through kind of a rigorous competitive process for the position. It's going to be everything from resume reviews to interviews, and then we'll go ahead and provide the training to those folks if they're not trained properly.
You know, that's the best question, I think, too, because people think of firefighting as kind of like this dream job, but they're afraid that they might not meet the requirements. So what is required to be a volunteer firefighter?
To be a part of our program, you have to be at least 18 years old, you have to have a California driver's license, and you have to have either a diploma from high school or something of the equivalent. From there on out, we will provide the training for those folks if they meet our qualifications there. And then there are some subsequent things that we'll have them do throughout the program, but that's the minimum.
What's the time commitment for these folks, and how often do you get called out to fight fire?
Actually, I don't get called out at all anymore. I sit in an office all the time. And so
well, that doesn't sound like fun at all.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun for me. You know, like I say, I started as a volunteer in '89, and I've had my fun out in the field. So now's a good time to get in the office and do some things. But what we require out of our folks is 36 hours committed to the department each month, which is not really a whole heck of a lot. And a lot of the volunteer reserve programs up and down the state require 24 hours in a week. So we do 36 hours in a month, and you know that can be done as easy as a weekend. And
it's not just out fighting fires too. You need help in the fire departments in other capacities
yes,
too, right?
Definitely, as far as our chaplains go, as far as our volunteer photographers go, as far as our mobile communications, which is kind of a very unique thing in the fact that all of our mobile communications folks are basically, in essence, dispatchers on an incident. And so we definitely need those folks. And the requirements for those are still the same, but there are a few less stringent, you know, based on the physical ability of it.
Give me an example, if you can, of the last time one of your volunteer firefighting units really got in the thick of it and, you know, help make a difference in terms of saving someone's life or someone's property or...
Somewhere in the county that happens almost every day. What we do with our volunteer reserves is we put them on our engines with our career staff, and they augment our career staff. And so they're riding calls just like a regular career firefighter, part of that crew every day and somewhere in the county.
Well, it sounds like a really interesting opportunity. I'm sure the folks at home too think as well. And we're going to have a link to your website on our Facebook page. But in the meantime, if you could just give that to the folks too.
Yeah, if people are interested, if they want to apply at www.rvcfire.org, there should be a link on there that says volunteer opportunities. Just click on that and that'll take you to the application and all the job descriptions.
Thank you so much, Jeff LaRusso, for coming in and being our newsmaker today.
Thank you for having me.
Chris, back to you.